This is called a continuous hinge. Some people call this a piano hinge, and this is what was on there. And when I first got it, one side of it was broken. Looked like it had gone over too far, and then a couple weeks ago, another side got broken, and then and it was on its last leg. I told Nate, I don't remember when, but I told Nate this fucking thing's gonna go. And then today, Nate, in its fragile state, tried to close it while the arm was still locked in and broke it the rest of the way. And in typical Nate fashion, just thought it was the end of the world, that he did something horrible. And but this is the thing that motorcycle trips are made of, and things break. And we're in our hotel, we're under an awning in case it rains. I mean, as far as having to do a repair, this is, instead of, less being in your own garage, this is pretty good. But it needed to be replaced, and today it got replaced, and that's how many screws were in it before. But I'm gonna go buy more screws and put in it.
Split off from the MF CEO. Got the motorcycle, and I'm just enjoying this view. Like, you can see down in the valley. Actually, I just there's an old salty biker. He was 62. I forget what his name. Michael, goes by Bear. He just looked like he had been living on his bike, like I was. He left looking for a place to camp, but he was telling me stories about growing up here and hunting, and all the awesome deer they used to get growing up here in Park City as a kid, before all the ski resorts moved in and bought the land. But this is pretty cool. I'm enjoying this. Just being out here in the quiet. The road that we rode to get up here and back down, I would put next to Tail of the Dragon, Deals Gap in Eastern Tennessee. There's some switchbacks with elevation changes that are, man, you're dropping down into first gear, and I'm leaning the bike and scraping the floorboard. So it's intense, but I love it. All right, Sunday, August 26th, still in Utah, and man, it's beautiful. We had some good riding. We rode a mountain today that, of course I can't remember the road. It was a state road, but it was up the mountain and down the mountain, and it was cool enough that I decided to come back, and I would put it up there technically right next to Tail of the Dragon over at Deals Gap, Eastern Tennessee. But we had a chance to interview Mr. Jack Carr, author of this book. And for those of you who don't know, he's a retired Navy Mustang, joined the Navy enlisted, and then went on to become an officer and served with the teams as an officer. And I'll do a Cliff Notes version, or this is how Nate would do a book report if I was in 4th grade still. The preface right here, he starts out with, "This is a novel of revenge." And for all of you Tupac fans out there, Tupac said that revenge was the sweetest joy next to getting tacos. So, that being said, The Terminal List by Jack Carr. Check it out.
Okay, so today we left Provo, Utah, and came to Afton, Wyoming. I'm eating these. These are guilty pleasure. We left, had a beautiful drive out, and hit some patches of rain. But if you ride a motorcycle when you can see that it's partly cloudy and sunny and cloudy. Usually just try to ride for another mile to see if you see if you actually need your rain gear. And you usually wind up getting more soaked doing it that way than I would be if I just stopped and put my damn rain gear on when it started. But anyway, we got on here, a few patches of rain, got a little bit wet. Mostly what gets wet on a motorcycle, if you're not used to riding, is your pant legs are the first thing that gets wet. Usually because the road is wet and the front wheel's kicking the mist off and gets your pant legs wet. But just about any kind of bike, is going to be your from your knees down get wet first. And so your boots, like I prefer waterproof boots over putting the booties on. And on days like today, that keeps my feet dry when I wouldn't stop and put them on. But had a beautiful drive in, and Afton's a nice little town. We had a little mishap with the trailer lid. Nate used the shock absorber as a lever to break the back hinge. The back hinge was on its last legs, and Nate felt really bad about it. But the reality is that the hinge was broken on each end already. It's a full-length hinge, sometimes called a continuous or a piano hinge. And it was already broken on two ends, one when I got it, one when Chris Willoughby worked on it. It came back with the other side broken. So I knew it wasn't going to last a whole long time. And if I'd have had more time, maybe I would have changed it out before we came on the trip, but I didn't. And so Nate's little mishap broke a hinge that should not have been broken by that, and he felt terrible about it. But we got it fixed. It's literally better than it was, and so I think he feels better now that it's fixed and it's better. But he takes stuff like that to heart, like everybody would. Like if you guys broke something of mine, you'd feel bad about it. Or if I broke something of yours, I'd feel bad about it. But until we got it fixed, you could tell he was kind of tense. But he kind of internalizes that stuff. But so in the morning, it's 30 degrees when we leave, and 30 is cold on a motorcycle. And so if you haven't picked it up before when I've said it, basically subtract 20 degrees off whatever the air temperature is as a rough estimate of how you should dress for a motorcycle. So if it's 90, it's okay if you dress like it's 70. If it's 50, you better dress like it's 30. If it's 30, you better dress like it's 10. And that's just a general rule. But I found that it holds pretty true. Oh, and add rain to that mix, take off another 20 degrees. So if it's 90 and raining, it's going to feel like 50 on the motorcycle. Yeah, trust me, I've done it a bunch of times. And that's just a general rule. If you ride, you have your own general rule, but that's just how I tell people to prepare for a ride. What else? I think that's about it. And got nothing else?
All right, so there I was in this sleepy little town of Afton, Wyoming. So far, the only thing I could tell you that it's known for is they have either the world's largest or America's largest moose horn arch. Drive down Main Street and you're just like, it's this arch made of all these, man, I don't even know it. Maybe it could be caribous. I rode back. Elk. Crap. And now I'm going to have to get up in the morning and go take a picture of it to include. Or maybe you guys could just go to Google and type in Afton, Wyoming.
Or world's largest elk rack tunnel arch.
So that's pretty cool. A lot of elk had to die for me to ride under that arch. And so that felt good. And it only felt good because I knew it would make so many people angry. But they're probably not watching this documentary. The other thing this town is known for is they got a butt-ass hardware store. I'm talking about you go in this hardware store and you just get in the zone to do projects. All kinds of cool tools, screws, rope.
Hinges.
Yeah, if I was, oh dang it, what was his name? Who's the guy that could always make stuff like out of a Hershey bar and a box of
MacGyver.
MacGyver. If I was MacGyver, psh, I would just take over the world with a couple trips to the store. But as you can see, we had a little mishap with the pull behind. The hinge was on its last leg, and it was just bothering me. So I just decided to kick out the last leg of that three-legged stool that it was existing on. And we got a nice new shiny hinge. Jaeger got a new drill motor. Bada boom, bada bing. So that happened. And then we're staying in a 2-year-old Holiday Inn. It's legit. It's pretty nice.
It's a Marriott.
Marriott.
You can tell because Marriott has better art.
Okay.
That's what you get for the $20 resort fee.
Yeah, the resort. And as you can see, my mise en scène, I decided to include this nice art. I can't keep track of what hotel we're in. 3 times, I promise you, 3 times I've already, like, actually the Marriott that we stayed at in Provo last night, I think I like broke the lock. You know, you have the key and you insert it and you pull it out. Well, I used the insert key from the night before at whatever hotel we were at before, and then I was like, oh, this is the wrong key. So I grabbed the new key, and then my new key wouldn't work. So then I had to go down, and I was like, yeah, your key doesn't work. And I had to like make the guy think it was his fault, because I wasn't going to say, hey, I think I broke your lock, because this key was working, and then I put the wrong key in the wrong hole, and then I pulled it out probably too quickly, and then you get it. I digress. But I have to, because I'm in Afton, Wyoming, and there's not much to talk about. So tomorrow we're headed to Salmon, Idaho. And we already did a little recon. It seems as though the fastest route isn't much different than the scenic route. So we're going to do that. We're going to pull over. I promise I'm going to pull over when I see something cool, and we're going to get pictures and some video.
You'd have to fucking slow down to see something.
Okay, I get it. But
You're the fucking camera guy.
But I'm on a motorcycle, and we got these windy roads, and I'm telling you, it's like, do I pull over to get this shot, or do I like just roll on the throttle and lean the bike? Sometimes I just get caught up in the moment, and that's why you got to be here. If you got a bike, that's why you got to do what we're doing, and if you don't have a bike, that's why you got to get one, because I can't, not only that, but we don't have enough. So Jaeger's like, oh yeah, you know, tomorrow it's a short day. It's only 7 hours of riding. Well, 7 hours of riding on a motorcycle is very different than in a truck. And if you stop too many times, or if you stop at every time you see something cool, you're going to turn even a 4-hour ride into a 10-hour ride. And then we got to get to where we're going, set up gear, do interviews, make videos. I can sense that you're feeling sorry for me because I have this tough life, right? So that, and then sometimes I pass something, I'm like, oh, this is such a cool state, there'll be more cool stuff. And then you get it. All right, I'm done talking.
All right, short video for the shittiest biker gang ever. Not to rub it in your face, but we love you guys, and we wanted you to see kind of what we're seeing right now. This is at the southern part of Idaho, and we're just this road winds. This is the fast route, the scenic route. There's no telling what the damn scenic route would look like. This is the fastest route to where we're going up to Salmon. Talk to Ken Hackerthorn, but I wanted to show my brothers what not to rub it in your face, but show our brothers what they're not seeing out here with their own eyes. And I want to share that with you, and we'll have more for you. But we love you guys. We wish all of you guys were with us, and we'll see you later. Just thought this was too cool of a view to not stop and appreciate for a minute. But this highway that just disappears into the mountains here in beautiful Idaho. What highway is this, Nate? Do you remember?
Salmon Highway, Idaho 20.
So Idaho 28, this North Salmon Highway, I believe is what it's called. But just a fantastic view. Just I had to get off and share this with you guys. Okay, so we are 45 miles southeast of Salmon. We went past 2 gas stations that the pumps were out of service on the way here. That little town that we just went through was Leador, Leador, and I saw there was pump was tied up, like out of service, and so I prepared for such a contingency, because I expected in the outback to have to need this, and so I got 2 2-gallon tanks, roto packs, bolted to the back. He's got 25 miles left on his range, which I think is going to get him all the way to Salmon, 45 miles from here, because mine was my needle stopped moving 5 miles before the wreck.
Okay.
So
yeah, I was wondering where you were at.
My gas light came on at 175, and it's got like 206 on it now. So is your gas light on yet?
Yeah, my gas. So I toggled over to range, and so my gas light came on when it said I got about 33 miles left, and it says I got 25 miles now.
Yeah, I say we just ride it till it goes out.
Yeah.
Well, just see where.
There's another town, another 18 miles. I think I could make it, but you probably won't.
So the spout's built into the roto packs, and this is the first time I've ever used it, so wish me luck.
Well, while you do that, I'm gonna take care of this. Gotta have my priorities.
Hopefully it won't like leak out of here and all that. I've never used it before, so we're gonna find out.
All right, I'll run the camera.
Oh, well. I'm doing something wrong. The gas is not coming out of the funnel. I don't know what I'm supposed to do here.
It's probably designed in California.
Yeah, all this carb control shit.
As you can see, we've ridden through miles and miles of beautiful wilderness. But we gotta have this special gas can.
Oh, I think I got it now. Okay, Rotopacks, this is fucked up nozzle. I know that fucking Obama dealt this fucking carb control shit on the fucking in California on the rest of the fucking country, but holy fuck, man, this is fucking bullshit.
Okay.
Still not coming out.
All right, so lesson learned, bring funnel to bypass safety procedures.
I have a funnel.
Oh, well, hell yeah, let's just do that.
That's a little funnel for oil.
Oh.
Okay,
Oh,
I just heard something.
Yep. All right.
There we go.
And through the magic of television, we'll start back here. This home on the range, and cue the music.
Two gallons of Tennessee's finest premium non-ethanol fuel.
I think the best part about this is we found a way to just say, fucking Obama.
Dude, like he's fucking fuck this country up. all the way down to our fucking putting gas in a fucking lawnmower. Like really, I didn't think I was growing up in a country where one day the fucking government would tell me what kind of fucking nozzle I had on a gas can. That's not fucking freedom. It's fucking stupidity. It's tyranny. Fucking worried about the fucking nozzle on a fucking fuel can. Don't we got better shit to do as a fucking country than that?